Hi, this is Melissa with the Meta ProgressBook support team. I'm recording this video on Thursday, April 29th. We are planning to install the 20.4 release on production on Monday, May 3rd, starting at 8 p.m. That's our regular downtime. There have been a couple of defects reported in this release, but we're going to go ahead and install anyway, since they're minor and they all have workarounds. One of the defects has to do with parent access, and if a parent would try to go on their mobile device and go to the parent access website and look at their students' saved report cards, the report cards that are coming out of Dazzle that you send to the vault, or the gradebook report cards you send to the vault, they would get this error. However, they can pull up their laptop, their MacBook, their PC, and pull up the report cards that have been saved out to parent access without any issue. So this is just with the mobile app. So we are proceeding with the install because there is a workaround. So I'm going to go over some release highlights. One of the first changes in the 20.4 release, I'm in Mech High School. It's my fake school, fake kids, and I'm on an FD tab for Ruth Acevedo. There used to be this field called Limited English Proficiency on the FD, and it has been renamed to English Learner. So everywhere in the app that you saw Limited English Proficiency, it's renamed to English Learner. There is an issue with the SIS student search. So the field has been renamed on SIS student search, but when you choose it, it doesn't pull out any data. So that's going to be fixed in the next release that we get in the future. Another thing that's included in the 20.4 release, and by the way, you can jump on play at any time. I'm on play right now. That 20.4 release is on play, and you can poke around and have a preview. So if we go to courses and I look up this English 9 course, we go to the miscellaneous tab. We've always had the option to choose a course type. Well, they've added a new course type for us, and now you can select online. This is going to help you with filtering and searching for classes. If you choose online, that class shows up on the student's marks page where you can give grades. Now, I want to reiterate, this is not reported to EMIS. So if you have an online class, just marking that as type online isn't going to work. You have to fill out all the necessary EMIS fields on that EMIS tab of the course. And that's what goes to ODE to tell them it's an online course. All right, next thing in this release, pretty big, is the assessment import. So I'm now at the district level. I typed assessment imports with an S in the cheater, and it takes me right to this page. This drop-down is now alphabetical order. Woo, that's a big relief because sometimes it was hard to find things. When 20.4 gets installed, you'll then be able to upload ACT, SAT, and the updated DRP growth files. So for the SAT, there are 4 things you need to fix on your file before you upload. And this will be included in the release email, and I'm also going to stick this somewhere else. I haven't decided where yet. Maybe it will be on the login page. Maybe it will be on the Dazzle portal page with all the videos. I don't know. But you have to make these 4 changes to your ACT file before you upload them. If you don't make these changes, the file's not going to load. The next thing, I'm going to pull up the release notes. There are a ton of new CTE industry credentials, and I'm not going to go through them all. I definitely recommend you refer to the release notes. So we've got 2 pages of updates. Next, I'm going to talk about some EMIS updates. One of the big changes in this 20.4 release, again, that we're installing on Monday, is the mapping. So ODE is now requiring that we report grades for students. So our high schools and even 8th grade, anything that is high school credit, you're going to need to make these updates. So if I type in the cheater reporting terms with an S, it's going to take me straight to the reporting terms maintenance. So well, actually I get 2 choices. I'm going to pick the first one. And what we need to do is pencil these and map them. So this is a quarter 1. I need to map it to the EMIS term of quarter 1. Pretty self-explanatory and save. Now when we come down to the exam, pencil that. The choices that we have are quarters, semesters, trimesters. These are the hexamesters. This is an all year. Then we've got an other term and a not reported. So for the exams, I'm going to put NR and hit save. I'll finish out. So I have my first semester final. I'm going to map that to a first sem. So S1 and hit save. And I would do that for all of these. So if I come down here, I have this actual year final here. I'm going to pencil and map that to YE. So if you're familiar with the EMIS guide, if you go out to ODE's website, and I have the EMIS manual pulled up, if we scroll down and I come down here to this course records, there's that FR version 1.0. You open that, and on page 6, it gives you an explanation of what each one of these abbreviations means. So this NR, not reportable to ODE. Okay, so if you have questions with the mapping, please send us tickets so we can do some research and make sure you're picking the right things. So the other thing that we have to map that goes along with this change of reporting the grades for students is if we go to Marks Main. So type Marks Main in the cheater, Marks with an S, and then the word main, hit enter. It'll take you straight to the Marks maintenance page. And on this Marks maintenance page, we also have to do the same mapping. So I have A. I'm going to map that to an EMIS grade of A, save. So I've done these before I started this video. So I have the A minus. That also gets mapped to an A, save. So we're doing earned credit. So if you have an S and kids don't earn credit, it's not in the GPA, you don't have to map that. So this A is also going to get mapped to, this A plus will get mapped to an A. So you want to do that for each one of them. Like this blank, it's nothing. We don't even use it. I'm not going to map it. No one's ever inactivated it. As you can see, these are my only choices. A, B, C, D, F, I, P, U, W. So there's no S. S typically isn't earned credit and in the GPA. So keep that in mind as you're doing the mapping. And of course, if you run into issues, send us a ticket so we can do some research and make sure you're choosing the correct one. Next thing I want to talk about, another EMIS related, the majority of attendance calc has been updated. It's no longer such a long and tedious process with all the tabs. It's streamlined and much easier, and now updated to ODE's guidelines. So that's in 20.4. Next thing I want to talk about is the district and building page. So I'm going to switch over to the district and context. And if I type district and building, it's going to take me straight to this page, and that's those 3 tabs. What has changed is this DN. There is no longer the field where you have to fill in the ITC. So if I pull up production, so this is production and what you have right now as of today, Thursday. There was this reporting ITC IRN. This has been removed. So you're no longer going to get that error anymore when you submit data to ODE. So that's gone in 20.4. And what has been added are these 3 new items that you're going to need to fill in: the delivery models, the LEA hardware, and connectivity. So those 3 are new. And then I think the last thing we need to talk about are membership groups. So if I go to the building level here, for membership groups, the group headers have been updated to match the EMIS manual. So to match the index that's in the GQ record of the EMIS manual. So just these titles have changed. When you click on these, everything's still the same inside. So these codes have not changed, just the actual group name has been updated to match ODE's guide, which will be helpful for anyone who has to update these memberships. Again, this release is getting installed Monday, May 3rd at 8 p.m. If you have questions about the release install or anything that I've covered, or you're poking around in play and you're not understanding how something works, please send us a ticket. And how you send us a ticket is you just email progressbookhelp@metasolutions.net. It makes a ticket for you automatically. If you've never used our help desk, it makes you a help desk account at the same time when you send that ticket. So it's real streamlined. Thanks and have a great day.